Hello. Okay, we is back, bitches. Okay. Now we about to move to the Let It Marinate section. You know where I like to dive deep into a little topic or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And some of y'all know, like, I always like to feature, guests and stuff like that. And it's been a hot minute because, a bitch has been booked and busy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm so happy because I have a special friend here. Let's welcome my very, very special friend. She is a performer, a writer, a teacher here in the city of Chicago. She is also a main stage alum at the, squeeze me. I think I need to say that one more time. At the Second City, okay? She has been in 2 main stages. Do the Right Thing, No Worries If Not, and Don't Quit Your Daydream. She is also a recipient of the NBC Diversity Scholarship and... okay, she is a Bob Curry scholar, which I'm pretty sure y'all know what that is because you've been listening to this motherfucking show. Okay, so without further ado, you know what I'm saying? Give it up for my girl. But the biggest inspiration I've had this year, to the person who helped me create the Ball Baddie, this voice that you are, this comedic voice that y'all are starting to hear. Give it up for the love, the light, the legend, Julia Morales. Oh my goodness. Hey!
What an introduction!
You like that? I was working on that. That's why I was so quiet when you hit. I was like, okay,
that is so cute. I like that. Thank you. I just show up. I'm like, dang, the love, the light, the legend.
Yes, because you are. We're going to get to that later. Okay. But yes, Julia, thank you for doing it. Now, absolutely. Am I calling you Julia or Jules? Did you want to be...
You call me Jules because you call me Jules.
Okay, right. Because I'm like, did you want me professional? Because I can be professional. I watch Tamron Hall too. You know what I'm saying? No. But thank you so much for coming. Of course. Oh my goodness.
This is great.
So for those of y'all that don't know, was it last year? No, this year? No, last year I was a Bob Curry scholar at Second City. Last year? I gotta stop smoking weed. That's why I'm like, was that the performance was this year? It started last year.
Dang. It feels like it's been longer to be honest.
Right. That's why I was confusion. That's why I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, this time last year.
Yes. This time last year we were in process. Yeah.
And then earlier this year, you guys did an amazing performance.
Yes. That was directed by none other than the Julia Morales sitting right across from me. Okay. Yes. Okay. And Jules is was also a Bob Curry scholar in 2018. So I just want to talk to you about, like, first of all, what got you started in the comedy world, baby? Like, I just want to know, because also one thing I love about you too is like you are phenomenal at comedy. I also love that you a movie buff too. Oh, that is like one of my favorite things.
Really?
I love movies and stuff. And like I quote movies
all day,
like and like
day.
Even like movie watching for me is not just like, oh, I'm watching a movie. No, I'm like, I'm in here.
Oh, no, I'm the type of person who watches a movie and at the same time, I'll be on IMDb looking up the trivia or when the movie's done, I'll go on Wikipedia and reread all of the plot.
Yes.
I'm that person. Or
me too.
If I find like a nice little rabbit hole, I'll go down it about the movie or something. That is me.
Like personally for me, I love a franchise and I love to see how a franchise like does like continuity and like how they feel, how the story goes.
That's
like
interesting.
I like stuff like that. So like I that's one of the things I appreciate about you and I love. But no, tell us how you got started in the comedy world and everything and how you got here, baby.
How did I get here? Oh, so many ways, right?
Oh, yes.
But honestly, like I've been doing acting since I was a kid, since in high school, middle school. And then I went to I went to University of Houston, but my parents made me major in communications. And I was not having it. I was like, I want to be an actor. I want to do this. I want to do that. And they were like, no, you need a real job. You need a real major, blah, blah, blah. So, I conceded to communications, which I hated. So I flunked out on purpose. I know.
And you know, sometimes you got to be petty like that. It's okay.
I was very petty, but I was very stubborn and rebellious. And I actually snuck to Dallas, Texas to audition for the American Musical and Dramatic Academy. So my mom did not know. I was not supposed to be driving my car 4 hours anywhere without her knowing. But I snuck up there and I did an audition. And I said, I got a letter in the mail. Said that I was accepted. So I told my mom once I got the letter. And she was basically like, she wiped her hands. She was like, whatever. You just do what you do. So anyway, I went to AMDA. I started AMDA New York. I did a year there, and I was the first class to ever attend AMDA LA. I was in that very first class that graduated. And then from there, I ended up moving back to Houston and finishing up at the University of Houston School of Theater and Dance.
Period.
So the improv element, the comedy element of it all came from an improv class that I had at AMDA. And my improv teacher for my final year was Frances Collier, who is a Second City alumni. Now, mind you, I knew nothing about Second City. I didn't know what she was talking about. But she kept telling me I was funny. She said, I love you in this class. And I was like, this is the only class that I truly love out of all of this. And because I was tired of getting typecast.
What roles was you getting?
Well, I was always, I was getting.
It'd be amazing.
For example, I ain't no Viola Davis, but I got Ma Rainey, and that was probably my favorite one. But everything else was like the sidekick friend or somewhere in the background or somebody's mother or.
You was on your Jennifer Lewis.
I was like, huh? I couldn't even get that. I was like, golly. I wasn't feeling very well used with my talents. And I saw myself bigger than what I kept getting pigeonholed into. And so, so she was telling me about Second City and comedy. I went to go see her do a show at I.O. in L.A. when it used to be out there.
It was I.O. in L.A.?
There used to be an I.O.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, there's a whole story about that.
Oh.
That I'm not going to tell. That ain't my business. Anyway, so I ended up I auditioned for a troupe in Houston, which was called Massive Creativity, and it was founded by oh my gosh, was he a Second City alum? I can't remember if he was Second City, but his name was MacArthur Antigua, and we call him Mac. Anyway, but he was like really smart. I did a bunch of stuff there, and I just kept growing in the Houston community of comedy, but it was very small. And so I ended up, I would drive to Austin, Texas, to the Hideout Theater, and taking classes there and doing festivals there. And still, it was too small. I felt myself growing in this art. And then one day, I was asked to audition for the NBC Diversity Scholarship to take the classes at the People's Improv Theater in New York. And I was like, New York? I got to go back to New York? Oh, okay. I don't know. So I put up together a really great audition video thanks to my friend Rolando Guajardo, high school friend of mine. We've known each other forever since like 8th grade. Oh. And I got the scholarship.
Period!
So as soon as I got the scholarship, I said, you know what? I'm going to pack it all up. And I drove to New York.
How many people was in that?
3 of us.
It was they offered it 3 people.
We got, 3 people. And actually,
out of those hundreds of people that audition, let finish. Okay, go ahead.
And both of those folks are doing really well for themselves, which I think is amazing. So it does attest to the talent that they had picked. Moved to New York. I stayed out there for like 6 years doing sketch and mostly improv, some sketch. I tried stand-up. I hated it.
Oh, no, you didn't like it?
It's not for me.
It's one for you.
It's for the bold. It's a very isolating...
I get that.
Yeah. So, yeah. And, when you go out there, you're just trying to figure out what am I doing? Like, what part of comedy am I doing? How am I going to get paid? How am I going to eat? How am I going to live? And I saw people that I knew who kind of already knew what they wanted to do. They started becoming writers for a late night. And, another friend of mine got SNL as far as a writer goes. And I'm just like, I don't know what I want to do. Anyway, I ended up, I was working a full-time job at NYU hospital.
Oh.
Yeah. I was working mostly admin. So I had been doing admin since for years before that. And then I got fired, and I ended up auditioning for the Second City cruises. That was a big deal. People were talking about these ships, and people will get off the ship with money, and they look well rested because they've been on a cruise for 4.5 months, and everybody's all fit and talking about how great it is. You go to all these places, and I was like, that is my dream. And I kid you not, I did my one audition out of hundreds of people. And I was nervous, and I was like, man, I want this. I really want this. And I tried to act like I didn't want it that bad, so I didn't look too thirsty. But I ended up getting it. Yeah, they let me know in May of 2013.
Okay.
By October 2013, October 1st, actually. That's when I always say that I started Second City. October 1st, 2013. I was on a plane to Copenhagen, Denmark, and about to get on my first ship.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I mean, the rest is history because eventually I did 5 cruise ships.
Now, I do want to talk about that because
Yeah, please.
I don't think that is something I'm built for. Just because,
Oh, I love it.
just being on that water. Oh, it's fine. Just just being on that water like that. I don't know. I don't like not being able to just go and walk around outside on some land. And I know you can do that on the boat because I've been on cruises before.
Yeah.
I guess just talk to about the life, and then also exactly what you did, the shows and stuff on the boat.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Cruise life as a person that works there, that is a whole nother beast.
I
It is
bet.
so. I find it fascinating. Yeah, some people. Yeah, there are moments where you can go stir crazy because it's just you're doing, the cruise that I got hired for. My first cruise I got hired for were 14-day cruises.
Ooh.
But our contract was to do 5 shows
In those
And
14 days.
Right.
Okay.
Only
Okay.
5 shows. And sometimes those shows were double on one day. I'm saying that as in we had a lot of time to
Yeah.
So it was a lot of creative, dumb stuff we would do. We were active fools. We were always connected with the production cast, which were the dancers and the singers that did the other shows.
Yeah.
And then sometimes the guest entertainers, the stand-ups.
I never
or
thought
the
about
magicians.
it like that. Okay.
Oh, we found our tribe. And then on top of that, I was always cool with the crew because I always respected the crew. I always, they work harder than anybody I've
Yes.
ever seen on those ships. And people treat them like crap sometimes. And so I always had their back. I always spoke up for them. And they will hook you up. When I tell you hook you up, you want the big shrimps.
You want big scrimp?
You want steak. They hooked it up. And I'm not talking about hooked it up, put it on the side. They would come in with platters.
Oh, wow.
In the crew area, platters of food, and we'd be in people's cabins, just eating shrimps. And
I
drinking.
love that.
It was so nice.
They sound like you okay. No, you let me read it because at first to me, I don't know why working on the ship just seemed
I mean,
I don't know,
again,
military, a little bit, because you're doing the same thing.
I will say there are very strict rules on very specific things,
right?
But you got to do what do you call it? The drills, the lifeboat drills and things like that, which sometimes were annoying, but obviously safety first.
Oh, of course.
But yeah, there were downs to it because I would always say it felt like Groundhog's Day. So every time you start a cruise, right? It's embarkation day. Everybody's getting on the ship. Everybody's acting a fool, da-da-da. And then most of the time, people didn't know you as an actor until they saw your show. So we were kind of what I call incognito. And we would just kind of...
When you'd be out there and they'd be like, who are you? Who are you?
They don't even have to ask. They just be they assume that I'm a cruise passenger. And then by the time it's over... they're all getting off the ship, and then we basically have to turn the ship over.
Yeah.
So it has to get cleaned. They have to restock all the food, all the supplies. And then it just felt like Groundhog's Day. Like you just kind of like, okay, here we start again.
And how many of them did you do?
I did 5.
5. So
I did the Norwegian Star, the Norwegian Gem 3 times, and then the Norwegian Dawn. Mm-hmm. So, which they all have nicknames. It's the Gorgeous Gem, the Dirty Dawn, and the Death Star. Now, that ship was old.
Was it improv shows or mostly sketch?
So
or both?
we did like when you see a Second City show, you normally see like a 2-act show. We did a 1-act.
Okay.
So it was 1 hour of sketch and then improv. And we did that show, I believe I think we just did like 1 time, maybe twice. I can't remember. Mm-hmm. But then we did a family-friendly improv show.
Oh, okay.
And then we did a late-night improv show, which got dirty. And that was normally towards the end of the cruise. Like it would be like the day before that everybody had to leave. And then we did a murder mystery.
Oh, okay.
Which was fun. I liked it.
Let me find out. I want to get on the cruise.
It was like a dinner style. People are having like lunch and stuff like that. And we're literally doing a show around them.
Yes.
And it was really fun. I actually really enjoyed it.
Nice.
And then that was it. And from time to time, we would do like a workshop. Like if people want to know more about Second City, we'd play like old videos for them or do like a couple of exercises. And then sometimes we had to do stuff for like the teens as far as like an improv workshop, which that rarely ever worked out. Them teens are like, I'm not here for this. Like, all right.
I just want a free burger.
Right.
Okay.
I just want to, do my thing. Okay. But yeah, and after that, it's just truly whatever you want to do. So most times I was always at the shows. At the whatever show is happening in the bigger theater, I was there every single night watching it as if I'm watching it for the first time. The same way I could watch a movie over and over was the same way I was watching these shows. I knew all the dances, I knew all the songs because it was so fascinating to me.
Yeah.
And so,
what would you say? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just gonna say, what would you say was your biggest takeaway from the cruise experience?
That it's funny that my biggest takeaway would probably be that like time is very precious.
Ooh.
We had so much time, and it was like, and I know on my first cruise, my first contract, I was like, wow, I feel like I wasted a lot of time, but I also made a lot of good friends. I met a lot of people. I had a lot of experiences. There were things there were rough patches. There were great things, but time is very precious because by the time you get to that last cruise or that last week, you're like, oh my gosh, I got to do all the things that I said I was going to do for these 4.5 months. I got to write.
Okay.
And it's like, you just don't sit in idle time. Like you need to like get to it, like knock it out. And so after my first contract, I was like, I got to have a plan for each day. Like I had workout plans, I had writing plans, I had plans to like, even if it was just like, okay, I'm going to walk around the deck for a mile. Cause if you walk a certain amount of time, you can eventually get to a mile. Or just like,
sound like you learned how to be intentional with your time on that ship too.
Yeah. And I also had to allow myself to just like, if you want to sit in bed all day because you have literally nothing to do and it's just raining outside and it's rocking. Yeah, if you just want to sit and watch movies, let's do that.
And get a little strawberry shortcakes into the room. That's
yes.
Okay. That's okay.
Come on now.
I gotta ask.
Please.
Was you the only black one?
9 times out of 10, yes.
And how was that?
It was very. What was it? I don't know. You know what? There were a couple times where there was some microaggressions, but it came from because again, you're on a ship with people from all over the world.
Right, that's true. Yeah.
And so their versions of what American racism, things like that, is a little bit different. For example, 2 things. You want to hear 2 things?
Oh, yeah.
One of them, a good friend of mine, we are good friends till this day. He's from Sweden. And he one day was talking about how they eat these chocolate balls in Sweden, but they call them Nicka balls.
Oh.
And when he said it, I was like, what? And he said Nicka balls. and he Nigg, but it's pronounced differently, but it sounds like
It sound yeah.
And I had to explain to him that that's offensive. Like, that sounds bad. And I said, because you're saying that we look like chocolate. You know, I don't know.
And then I'm pretty sure he was like, no, not that, but
no, yeah. But it's so
But
common.
I'm like, that's where it's coming from.
But they also say it so quickly, and it's so common. And so I learned something. He learned something. And so he was also very careful about how he says certain things. And then, I had one time I was getting off the ship. And, you know, everybody's cool with me. I normally try to be cool with everybody.
Right.
And this one guy, he was real sweet. And he just came up to me, put his arm around me as we're just walking down just walking to go out. And he goes, hey, what's up, my nigga? And I said,
This was a white man?
He was not a white man. Well, white, yes, but not. He was like from, let's say, like one of the, like Venezuela or Brazil or something like that. I can't remember. And I said, I said, why'd you say that? He goes, yeah, that's what you guys say. And I said, the first thing I said was, I know we're cool, but you said this to the right person, because if you said it to somebody else, you would have definitely gotten to it with somebody.
Yeah.
And I explained to him that was offensive, and he was so embarrassed. He was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. And I said, no, it's fine. I said, because what you're doing is you're seeing stuff on TV. You're seeing stuff. Yeah, you see it, and you're like, oh, that's what they do. That's okay to do. And
got it. Okay.
And because I knew his character,
you knew it wasn't coming from like a place of truly.
Yeah, I've been called the N-word, and I've definitely tried to throw some hands because I knew what you were coming from. Shout out to the white guy on the street in Washington, D.C. who called me the N-word, and I tried to beat your ass.
I wish you would have got a hold of him. Mink, mink.
Okay. But yeah, so to me, I'm one of those people, like, if I know your character and you didn't mean it, and he never said it again. He never said it again. Oh, no. He knew better.
Okay.
I wasn't mad or anything like that. He was really embarrassed. But that was ship life. It's like I learned that Nigerian men or African men on those ships are very aggressive. I was like, I'm walking down the hallway. Some guy grabs my hands like, you're my girl. I said, no, I'm not.
You said, hold the hell up.
I don't know you.
Wow.
But it's just like, but when you see them do it to other women who are from Africa, it's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm very American in the most American Black girl way. But you have to also think like, oh my gosh, like, they're different cultural, like, gestures or things that other people do. You just have to be mindful of it. So without getting upset or getting worked up, because I'm not here to teach everybody a lesson, but if something slips up, be like, hey, I get that you do that in your country, but where I'm from, we don't do that. And let's just have respect for each other. Yeah. So I got along with everybody. So because I'm not, being offended is a choice, and I chose not to be offended. I chose to educate, and if you weren't going to learn, I chose to stay away from you.
See, I need to be more like you, because sometimes my thing is I just be assuming, like, how could you not know? But then, like, you're right. Yeah. Some people really... Like the whole like Knickerballs things. If you ain't got nobody else to really tell you, like, hey, don't say that. How you gonna know? If you're
from Sweden, I can guarantee you there's a very small chance you got Black friends.
Yeah.
I think I was one of very, very few Black friends this person had. And again, we on a ship with a whole bunch of people. It's a whole melting pot, right? But versus when you go home to Stockholm, you're not, and I've seen the Instagrams, I've seen the hangouts that you've had, this person's had. You don't got no Black friends. Yeah. And again, I'm not knocking that person for that. It's just that, I guess that's your culture. That's what you're surrounded by. But yeah, so that's why I have patience with a lot of people in that regard. I don't like to be like, oh, you should know, da-da-da.
I'm going to try to be more like that. I am. I swear I am.
Because the first instinct, is to be like, oh, excuse me? But I truly will sit there and be like, well, I got a feeling this person doesn't know. And I will ask, do you know? Like, confront it. But again, like that dude in Washington, D.C. who called me the N-word, he knew
you knew what you was doing.
Oh, yeah. Cause
so now I got to get in your ass.
You're walking with a bunch of N-words. And I was like, oh, heck no. And he was drunk. And so I just went straight after him. I said, oh, you need a lesson learned. Like,
I would have had his throat in my hand.
Okay. I took off my shoe.
Oh, that's how you know.
Oh, yeah.
That's how you know. When I take these shoes off, I'm finna fight.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Shout out to the cruise experience. That sounds like you had a really good experience and you learned a lot.
I mean, again, I did not have like, not every, moment was shining and great,
of course. Yeah.
But the stuff, there's a lot of ship stories. There's a lot of ship life has its own rules, and it is very interesting to me.
It's like, and the only thing I could like relate it to, because I worked at camp, it's kind of like, I feel like a similar thing with that.
But it's out to sea, because once you got maritime law, that's a different, that is.
Wait, what's that?
Maritime is sea law. You out on the sea, that is I don't know how to call it, but it is not, because you're not in America.
Right.
And you're not in some other country. You're on the ocean.
Right.
So it's like, the things I've learned, the things that people get away with. Oh, honey.
Oh, you know what I've also saw on cruise ships that scare me when they be like, we're going into pirate waters or something like that, and they have to turn off all the lights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That scares. Did you
That is scary.
Have you ever experienced something like that? No?
If we did, I don't remember.
Okay.
And I was probably asleep, but I would not be surprised.
You said pirates? Baby, I was asleep.
I mean, one time we hit a bar, what do you call it? Like a sandbar. And I was on elliptical in the gym, and I just felt the elliptical rocking all extra hard. And I was like, oh my gosh. And we had just left, I forgot where we were, but we had just left the island. And so we weren't far from it because you still see it, but we were stuck. They had to get people like to go under the ship, scuba dive under, and start moving whatever the udder or whatever was stuck. We were stuck.
Oh,
because they were like, if we try to move any further, we're gonna do more damage. And then people acted, and of course Americans, we got people act like, they're stranded. They acting like it was the poop cruise, and it was not the poop cruise. It was literally, we were stuck. We hit a sandbar. And
y'all okay?
Right. And we were delayed by maybe like 3 or 4 hours.
Oh, okay.
We just kept it moving. Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to that cruise life. I'm glad you had a good experience with that.
Yes, I love cruise life.
And then from there, you did Green Cove?
Yes. So I had moved to Chicago in 2015. I was still doing ships. So I was like kind of on and off.
That's when, no, I ain't going to tell you.
What?
I was going to say, that's when I graduated college.
Oh,
2015.
2015. And out here I am moving. This is where we're gonna start connecting our journeys together.
Okay.
But yeah, so what did I do? Oh, I was working full time at Shirley Ryan Ability Lab and the Human Resources Department. Shout out to Shirley Ryan.
She's an HR girl.
Yeah,
okay.
Oh, yeah. I loved working over there, but I was very hungry for comedy. And so eventually I was doing the Bob Curry while I was working full time, and the agreement with my job was that I could leave a little early to go to the Tuesday and Thursday, sessions and things like that. And
for those of you who don't know, the Bob Curry Fellowship, wow. Please. It's a fellowship that Second City offers for to get Black and brown voices on those stages and to give them, just that push they need in this world. Because I say all the time, baby, if it wasn't for that program, I don't know where I would be. Honestly, like real talk, like
I mean, you have truly you have blossomed since.
Oh my
Bob
God,
Curry.
Stop! You making me blush. Black people can't do that.
It's so true. It's so true.
But yes, keep moving.
But yeah, so I
working full time.
Once I did the our final show, y'all had a series of shows. We only had that one show.
Oh, really?
One night.
Oh, so that's annoying.
It was packed. And so it was a big deal. It was great. I got my agent through it and everything. So
oh, period.
And then, so then I got called in to understudy for Blue Co. In, what was it? Later that summer. Because we did our Bob Curry, I believe, in like the spring. I think it was like April or May or something like that. And then later that summer, I got called in to do Blue Co. to understudy. And I was like, I told them, I was like, hey, I like this. Is there any way I could stay? Because I was replacing someone.
Oh, period.
They're like, no, unfortunately, we already have somebody for that spot. And I was like, okay. And so then very shortly thereafter, I get hit up and they're like, would you like to do Green Co? I was like, yes. Plus, green is my favorite color anyway.
Oh, period.
And so, I started Green Co. in October 2018. Another October, Second City date of my beginnings. And then, I did that till, 2022? Yeah, we had a little bit of pandemic pause there. And then I got offered main stage.
Period. That's okay. Now that's what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah,
now
let's talk about main stage.
you was on that young main stage, and now for some of y'all that know, that main stage. That's where the girls come from. That's where the girls be. You know what I'm saying? Them funny girls, the real funny girls. So tell us a little bit about that experience and like how you felt going in, and then because you did two.
Yeah, I did
and
two
so,
reviews.
talk about like how it was from your first going into the second, and things like that. Just about the whole process.
Yeah. So, they create the ensemble, and I was already on Green Co with Andy Bolduck, and our first director was our director for Green Co. So it was me, Andy Bolduck, and then Jen Ellison, who was our director, and then everybody else just got kind of put together, based off of, I guess, things they've done in the other Torcos. And Evan Mills had already done the previous main stage. So that was really cool. And then EJ Cameron, he had already done, I think, ETC, and they brought him to main stage. And so, it was a hard process. It was very hard in the sense of like, you feel like you're trying to fight for your voice a little bit, but you don't have to, which is kind of the thing I've learned. Yes and no. I kind of toggle with that, but everybody's trying to get material in there, and everybody's trying to do stuff, and we're trying to like separately do stuff, but also collaboratively do stuff, if that makes sense. Because it's like, no, I want this scene that I have this idea about. Oh, we also need to do things together and create these things. We created an amazing show. Do the Right Thing, No Worries If Not is one of my favorite shows that I've ever done.
Was that now that was the one with the blockbusters?
Yes,
okay,
the movie rental. Yeah, we call it movie rental, but I call it Blackbuster.
That's what I thought it was called, Blackbuster.
Well, everybody thinks that, but that's because that's where it takes place. That's what the scene is about, like turning Blockbuster into Blackbuster, which I think is so funny because that was a joke that I've had for years, and I just turned it into a scene.
So sorry.
Please.
Jules was, I just said, was the director for Bob Curry, and we got to see the other reviews. And then when I saw that is when I was like, oh, I like you, because I have always had that same joke.
Really?
Where I always tell people, oh, baby, it's always a black equivalent. Baby, you like showgirls? Go watch Players Club.
Come on now.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so
baby, I think it's always a black equivalent.
It always is.
It's phenomenal.
It was one of my favorite pieces that I've ever written, because of. Also, again, this is not something that I pitched the premise. I pitched some of the ideas in it, but the cast was a big part of like really flushing out some of that material. Like at the very end, when Evan reads out that whole thing, he had that idea, and I was like, oh my gosh, I got a bunch of movies. Yeah, let's do that. As far as like the rhythm of just like naming a bunch of movies, and I just keep going back and forth. Then we improvise something. EJ was always so good at like coming up with something with me. I got so used to at some point just being like, you know what, I'm going to get the movie, and he'll just name it because, I'm just going to let him do what he does. And so I felt very supported, and it was a great opener to the show. I'm really sad to see that people aren't touring it because, some folks are scared to, take on the challenge of.
But also,
there's not a lot of black people.
I was about to say,
you need at least 2 black people,
and you need
to
black people
who know movies,
who understand. Like personally, like if I was ever do one,
come on now,
please let me do that one because I understand it. Where it's absolutely. And it's never, it's just some people don't get it.
I
You know,
mean,
it's
come
okay.
on.
It's okay. You
Give
know.
me at least one black person who loves movies, and y'all can work around the rest.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, but yeah, so that is truly one of my favorite pieces, and that show, it was very hard, just physically and mentally, because again, you're doing 8 shows a week. We were working Tuesday through Sunday, and when you're in process, it's even crazier.
And I was just about to say, Jules, please break it down for the girls who don't know what we do, who don't
Yeah.
understand physically, mentally
Yes.
what we go through. Because I tell people all the time, people be like, oh, just after you tell your little jokes, come on over, or like, come.
Oh no, I'm going to bed.
tired.
I'm going to bed.
I just did 2 shows. I'm tired. Please let them know the process and how that goes,
You
baby.
got to really take care of yourself. And when I say take care of yourself, I don't mean just eat well and drink water. I mean, you need to rest. And that also means mentally rest. Like if you
Yes.
need to veg out. During process, it's harder because you're consistently creating. And I kind of came into it really not understanding or having much. I had ideas, but someone like Andy, who will come in with full scripts ready to go. This guy does not sleep. He chugs coffee like crazy. He's a monster. He's a monster, and I respect it so much. And it also is intimidating because I was like, I don't have this skill, but I have ideas. And so being in a space where it was, it was nice to have like people who were like, oh, we'll help you, let's improvise this out. And again, Second City is improv to sketch. Like that's their whole thing. We'll improvise some stuff out and then we'll start sketching it out, which I love.
I gotta get better at that.
I love a collaboration because to me, it just helps me not feel like I have to write someone else's voice. Because if you got funny jokes within this, I want to be able to type those up too.
Because you dropping gems,
Come on
okay?
now.
Because I never... sorry, I got another. I'm going to ask you that
please,
later. No, I was just going to say, because collaboration is something I also want to talk about later. And so, like, now you kind of answered the question I had.
It
But,
is so
yeah.
important. And I personally did not realize how much I needed that because I was always fearful that you have to come in with your thing. I'd never really understood a writer's room until then. I never understood any of that. But then, what was I going to say? Oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. I was so excited. But yeah, as far as the process goes, you are day and night, Tuesday through Sunday, you are working. And I mean, you are in the theater probably as early as maybe, I think we did 2 or 12. I can't remember.
2 to 12?
No. 2 p.m. I think we're at 2 p.m. I think our call was either 1 or 2 up until late that night. So you're working all day. You get a dinner break. Then you got to put on a show. And within that show, you start kind of like putting a little bit of your material at a time. And the show eventually starts flipping over. You were doing that for about, 4.5 months maybe?
So
3 to 4 months? I can't remember.
Because it flip in January, February? Is that when
So let's say and again, there's no guarantee of when, because, everything changes.
Right.
For us, for example, let's say we started in March. We're going to open up the show in June. So March, April, May, June. Yeah, about 3.5, 4 months. I don't know. I can't even remember. But yeah, you are working diligently.
Yeah.
And then while all that's happening, you're writing scripts and you're doing this and you're doing everything. The director is working on what the set's going to look like, what the lighting looks like, pitching, like, trying to look at what everybody's got. How is this going to fit in the show? I'm only saying this because as a director now, I'm like, dang, the director has a heavy lift too. And so everybody is working together, and not everybody's coming in a good mood, or sometimes people are tired. So you're working around different personalities. You're working around, life events. We had a couple of life events that were very tragic that happened while we were on main stage during our process. So that was really tough. So you're just constantly pivoting or working and refining things. And that is, it was brutal to the body. It was so exhausting. I got sick classically every single December while I was on main stage. And I don't mean sick like I'm talking about RSV. I had laryngitis. I got COVID twice.
Oh, Jules.
Oh yeah,
Lord.
And just side note, I do have lupus, which is a immune disease, and so I've been doing pretty good with my lupus. But when it does get to those high stressful things, my immune system becomes compromised, and when I hold in stress or not realize I'm stressed, as much as I could be getting my massages, laying in my float spa.
Oh, stress will still get up in there.
I mean, really, and
it will.
And when you're like, oh, great, everything's good, that's when it wants to come out and become all sorts of like headaches, migraines, sickness and whatever. So, but it is tough on the body, but I would not trade that for anything. And then I turned around and did another review, which is Don't Quit Your Daydream. And that was a tough process too. I would say even more tough because of just personal things I was dealing with. Dealing with like an issue with like somebody I was dating. And then on top of that, there was some snakes in the grass while I was working and doing and saying stuff about my name. Yes, I will always talk about it. So whoever's listening, don't forget, Jules will always tell her story.
Bitch.
Okay. And people trying to like, I don't know, like people, there was like bad stuff going on from all ends. And I was like, what is going on? Like, I mean, I was having a mental breakdown.
People, y'all don't know, and this is something I'm learning. People be catty in comedy.
People
be catty in comedy,
honey,
bitch.
And sometimes it's not even from the comedians themselves. It was coming from other angles. I almost lost my job over somebody, it was,
Oh, shit.
I was like, time out.
Hold the hell up.
People were reading too far into things that I will say there was a lot of microaggression. And I often say like, I have to come into a place where I have to check myself, like how my face is, what I'm doing. Or if I am having a bad day, I have to announce it. Just to be like, hey, just so you know, I'm having a bad day. So anything that I do or don't say or do, it's not directed towards you. Because these people
I was just about to ask. It's
have a tendency to
too.
take everything so personally.
And I just be like, girl, it's not about you.
Yeah. Oh, honey. Yeah. It really messed me up pretty bad. I will say that. And then I did a good show. I enjoyed the show for the most part, but I did not feel like it was my best. I did not feel set up for success. But, again, you put me in a show, I'm going to kill it for the audience. I'm going to handle my job. Okay. Behind the scenes was another story.
I feel you. It'd be like, I'm going to do the job. I'm professional. Okay.
Absolutely.
But I might cuss you out once I leave the stage. Okay.
So but I pulled through. I did my thing, and I saw the therapist, and that's how bad it got. I had to see therapists, and I was like, and I think there was at some point, maybe 4 or 5 months after the show opened, I was still talking about this process and what had happened. And I looked at my therapist and I said, dang, I think I'm talking about this too much. And it was one of those things where she like wanted to agree, but couldn't agree. She's like, are you sure?
No, girl.
You talk,
girl.
No, you good.
It's been 7 days. Ain't nobody.
A whole 5 months. You keep talking a little harder.
Girl, you want to take it to 8? We can do 8.
Right. At some point, you got to say, you got to look at. I said, you know what? I told her, I said, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
And then that's when
she's like, all right, on to the next thing. But after the show's over, I did not get asked for a third review. My heart wanted a third review because I wanted to redeem myself from what I lacked in the second review. But God said no.
Right.
And yeah.
Because who knows,
God
that third one, you could have went, and then that's when they would have saw a different Jules. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe that was, even know, yeah. Maybe that was him like, I don't want to put you in that situation also, right now.
He knows what's coming.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not going to, I'm not going to be mad because they didn't ask me back. But I did a lot of healing, and it's been so nice. A lot of like removing certain things and people from my life.
Good.
And I've been like, or finding forgiveness in people without them even apologizing. I found, when I tell you I did some soul searching, I sat quiet many days and just let God talk to me, speak into my heart. And then, and that's when I was like, I got offered to direct Bob Curry.
Oh.
I know. I know. And so something about directing Bob Curry, that spark, I know you, of course you'll know this or you remember this, that I was so adamant about protecting y'all because of what I've been through.
You was, yeah.
I was like, I was breaking it down. I was giving y'all the real deal. I said, look, this is what it is for us, POC. But also here's what Second City, here's what, the comedy theater is looking for, I was so protective of y'all. And I had refused. And I made that clear with our producer. I was ready to fight tooth and nail for y'all, even after the marketing thing went crazy.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
We had to redo our marketing. I'm not gonna.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
I was fighting tooth and nail for y'all because of what I've been through.
Yeah.
And so after you guys had such a successful run, and then I watched you guys blossom, I said, "Oh, I think this is it. I like this. I like directing because I there was so much in your show that I looked at and I said, dang, if we had one more week, I have more ideas." And so even having that feeling, it was a perfect show. It was great. In fact, shout out to Mickey and Jen at PR who keep saying that is the best Bob Curry that they've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I said, come on now. They're like, no, every person was showcased well.
Great.
And it felt like an ensemble piece. And I was like, dang, and I look at it now, I'm like, dang, how did we get 10 people? And we still had a show that was under 90 minutes.
We ate. We kind of ate.
Y'all did.
And we didn't have
y'all tore up.
Tuesday to only meet October to January, Tuesday to Thursday.
And then have the holidays off too?
Yeah, we put together the show
we didn't have.
It wasn't even not a whole month.
It was not a whole month.
Yeah.
We had Tuesdays and Thursdays in January, and then remember we had that one weekend of tech, and that was it.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
And then Tuesday, and that's it. And then we had shows every Tuesday in February.
Yeah.
Yeah. And through all the dirt, through all the grime, through all the struggle, through all the cries, the tears, and all that stuff, I started realizing more and more where I stand and what I want to do in this community. I got a big mouth. I'm a huge advocate. I don't play around. And I truly lead with love. I've always led with love, and it's not always I don't receive it back all the time, and that's fine. And I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. I want to direct. I want to keep teaching. I want to be a community advocate, and I want to change the comedy community for the better. Because I hear the same things over and over, and I'm like, well, somebody's got to do it. I guess I will. I got time.
And you're doing it.
I got time. I'll do it.
I was going to ask, what made you initially say yes, even after having that experience that you had? Because did they ask for Bob Curry? They reached out to you and be like, hey, you want this opportunity? Or did you?
So it's kind of both where I think there's again, I have a big mouth and I expressed how I felt nonstop about what I went through. And I also knew what the Bob Currys before that, there was maybe 2 or 3 before that, those last 2 or 3 prior to yours, I was, I felt like they weren't getting the experience that I got.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I heard some horror stories.
Yeah.
About previous Bob Currys. And I was like, ooh, no, when I heard them, I was a little nervous. Yeah. But then you came, and I was like, oh, that's not gonna happen.
That was the other thing, is that I was like, somebody needs to take care of this and take care of it proper. And I've, when I went into Bob Curry, there had been a huge, big fiasco on one of the stages with some Black folks. And a lot of those folks were like, F this place, I'm not coming here. Y'all shouldn't be here either, da-da-da. And I totally respect their decision to be like, middle finger up, I'm walking away. I guess I'm the type of person that's like, you know what? I can't stand at the door and tell every Black person don't come here. But what I can do is be the Black person in this building who's going to make sure that folks are properly taken care of.
If they ain't got you,
right?
I got you.
Right, exactly. So I'm like, here's how you pivot. Here's what you need to do. Because that's what, and I say it all the time, and it's no shade to Second City at all, but I tell people all the time, don't put all your eggs into the Second City basket. Why are you putting, that's like saying, I'm getting on SNL and I'm gonna only put all my thoughts and my heart into SNL. Yes, your goal should be SNL, great. But there's a lot of other things you need to be focused on. You never know where your path goes. And same for me. I never knew where my path was going to go. And it has led me to some really great stuff. I mean, I've been through a lot of mud, a lot of BS, but I'm happy to wipe that off. And I feel really good at where I'm at now.
That's good.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Julia Morales. Okay, stop playing. Stop playing. Okay. You talked about the community, and I was just gonna ask too, like,
Yeah.
because I'm starting to get, of course, into the community, and I guess this it's a little two-part. I hope it's not too vague, but like, I guess my thing is, what do you think about the community, the comedic community here in Chicago, and specifically, what do you think about it in regards to being a Black person here? Because, baby, Jules, I'm learning. I'm learning. It's just like, not nothing crazy, but I'm just learning like little weird shit.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, you need to find your people. You need to find your tribe. And whatever you're trying to do, especially if you are, if you've got dreams and you've got the energy and the time and the space and the excitement and the joy, you need to find people that are similar with that thought. Because what I've also noticed is that some people kind of want to put something in the BS and put it together and it's just half done, and then
people just want to like be seen, but I'm like, it needs to be good.
But they don't want to work on it. And I've seen how you produce shows, you specifically, and I'm like, that's what you do. Yes, you work to get butts in seat, work to do what you got to do to get, to produce your show proper. And as, the comedy community overall, I feel like it's a very jaded community. Yes. It has gotten very jaded, and it's gotten, it's unforgiving. I feel like I find it to be an unforgiving community.
Okay.
And again, no fault to anyone in that sense. Like, you feel what you feel, but there's a lot of people in this community who've been let down too many times. People have been let down by people who run Second City. People have been let down by people who run Annoyance, IO, those folks. I mean, so they have every right to feel how they feel. So I look at it in a sense of, where can I help? How can I help? Because I've done enough improv shows. I've done enough. I'm pretty much done with sketch comedy. I don't see myself putting up another sketch comedy show. And now I'm in a place of like, let's use this experience. Let's use these trial and errors. Let's use all of this experience and just dive into helping other people. So that's why I'm now in the associate house teams and programming director at IO. Woo-hoo. That's why I freelance at PR. I work at DePaul as an adjunct professor, and of course directing at Second City. So what you're feeling is not wrong, but have more faith in yourself than trying to wait for other people to do it, if that makes sense. Because it's a lot of different personalities. It's a lot of, some people just, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder why, like, why are you trying to do improv? Like, what's going on?
Or why are you trying to, and not even trying to be shady. I'm like, why are you here?
Right. Because sometimes you come across people and you're like, what is your agenda? I'm confused. I'm here to have a good time and like do some really good, fun stuff with my friends.
What do you want?
Be creative.
Oh, why is you here?
Right.
Like, I don't get it.
But in the funny part is we can't really say that, but we can choose who we collaborate with and who we work with and where we put up shows at.
That
And
part.
shout out to the smaller theaters, the nonprofits like the Playground Theater, LSI, Bug House, Conservatory, Revival. Look at, I don't think Revival's a nonprofit, but still, shout out to Revival. Like, let's look at those theaters too, and build an urban theater company. Let me not forget them. I love them so much. But yeah, we need to. My goal is to build community around along with those theaters, all the theaters, because there's such a cookie cutter structure that I've
Yes.
noticed,
Yeah.
and over the years, it's gotten kind of like filtered down.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, how about a theater? If you're going to be for profit, how about a theater that invests in its performers and invest in the enrichment of their performers, giving them those opportunities. And then, yes, you can still make your money. You can still have people come to the bar and buy your drinks, they'll buy your food, but you still got to invest in your people because your people keep your doors open. And I think a lot of these places forget that. And that is something that we have been talking about and fighting for, especially at Second City at these like equity meetings. It's like, you have to understand, you don't have a job if I don't perform.
Yeah.
I don't understand why people just forget about that. So take care of your people, and your people will take care of you.
Yeah. I just don't. Yeah. It's a very simple concept, but like they don't.
It feels
some people
simple
don't
to
understand.
me, but I don't know if it's because of the alumni thing, or if like they're like, well, you're not doing the Steve Carell thing, or you're not Tina Fey. Well,
It's like
I guess you're just gonna,
if they can't use your name, it's like, well, what's the point?
Well, my goal here is to build my name. How are you going to help me build my name?
Help a bitch build.
Right. So, like I said, I have nothing but love for these theaters. I really do. I feel like, yes, there's been a lot of mistakes made. But instead of sitting here and choosing to be offended, choosing to be upset about it, I choose to actively go into the fire and be like, okay, what do we need to do to fix this? Because, yeah, people are tired and people are done with it. But I'm not that tired, so.
I feel you. It's like, I know this sounds crazy. I know it, and you know me, but you just know the type of person I am, and you know I mean this literally and figuratively. I don't never get tired of fighting.
Okay?
Like,
Come on. Let me just get a sip of this water, and then let me get back into it.
Let me get a little sip, and bitch, let me put my wig on, and I'm gonna get this bitch again.
And let's get right back to it.
Okay? Like,
Yeah.
and then what advice specifically for Black women who want to enter this comedy world? Do you have any advice for them?
Oh, absolutely. Find a mentor. Find a mentor. Someone that looks like you. A lot of times I am happy to like guide people. I'm actually meeting with somebody this Friday.
Oh, period.
To help them. Yeah. I'm not asking, I'm not trying to handhold or anything like that, but have those conversations because you need people who have been through it, who understand it. And again, it's not just talking about, oh, my experience is what I'm going through.
Because I'm learning, it just really is nice to talk to somebody that look like
nice,
you. Because I don't know, yeah.
Sometimes I just want to hear like, okay, great, you're into comedy. What are some of the things that you're looking to do? And then as they talk, sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to connect you with this person. Or how about you start taking classes on this? Because people think they can just kind of jump into it and they just gonna be like, what, on SNL like that or something,
Yeah.
or whatever their dream is. And I'm like, it takes work. You talking to 20 years plus of work right here. And I'm still learning and I'm still growing and I will never stop learning. So definitely find a mentor. If you're a woman of color, know what you want. And if you don't know what you want, just try things out. Take classes. I always recommend, as a person who's been to 2 acting schools, I highly recommend that you take an acting class.
Yes.
In addition to improv. I don't know why there's a lot of improvisers who can improvise but can't act. And it's really frustrating to watch. If you have both of those skill sets locked down, honey, you are gonna be a beast.
And somebody who did come from theater doing acting and stuff, I always tell people, take a couple acting classes, like
absolutely,
because like I do feel like that helps me. And of course, with improv, you're supposed to be yourself, but like that acting still helps me just like really get there.
It's more about the action reaction, the listening part of it. It enhances those skills that you need for improv, right? Paying attention to details. That all acting does is enhance those things. especially for our improvisers who are like when I do the emotional exercise, and they're like, well, I don't really cry, so I wouldn't know. But have you seen people on TV cry? Then do that. Like, I'm asking you to act. I'm not asking you to tell me how you cry. I don't care how you cry. If I'm going if I say, give me a level 10 crying.
You better be snot-nosing like Viola, okay?
Right. Come on. So when I get that pushback, that's when I'm like, you know what? Let's stop here. Go take an acting class. Get out of my face.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It just to like, and also for Black women specifically, don't give up. If you belong here, you belong here, and I tell that to people all the time, because you will walk into these theaters and you'll see a bunch of white people and you'd be like, ooh, I don't know what I just walked into. Mm-hmm. That's how I felt when I walked into IO the very first time many years ago. And I felt like that for a very long time. In fact, it was this year that I started dipping my toe back into IO. Mm. Now they sucked my Black ass in, talking about you're hired. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Right. Or not even you're hired, but like, can you do this? Okay, we'll hire you. But it's like, just know that you belong here, and ask around, ask people, like, what is the deal? Like, what is the deal with this? Or, just don't shy away. Mm-hmm. And you'll find your group, your tribe, your clique, whatever you want to call it. And and eventually, as you continue to do it, if you're consistent, if you love it enough, you will definitely figure out what it is or how you belong.
I agree.
Yeah.
Now, I got a question to ask you.
Please.
I just feel like because it's something I'm learning.
Yeah.
And then also it might be another two-parter because I just want to ask like how to navigate it. I am learning in this field. I probably I was dumb before. I don't know. Mm-mm. But I've always paid attention to like comedy and stuff. But like I am starting to realize comedy is cultural. Mm-hmm. And they always try to preach, you should be able to go anywhere. But I'm like, I just don't know how. And I get what you're saying, especially me being a stand-up. Like, yeah, I should be able to go anywhere. But I do know when I'm going to certain places, I'm like, you have never in your life heard anyone speak or look like me. Okay. So how is this going to go? And I guess, like, my question is how, not just for me, but for everybody who dealing with it, like, how do you not make that, like, the barrier? You know what I'm saying? Because, like, my thing is, and I was noticing, too, there are definitely, like, we have gay Black male comedians. Not a lot here in Chicago.
Not a lot.
And then stand-up specifically is me. And then, do you know Sean Banks?
I don't think so.
He's great, phenomenal.
Okay.
No. And I ask people, I'm like, do you know any other gay Black male comedians? They're like,
nope.
No. And I'm like, but of course, like, I know like TJ, Adonis, Jordan.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's it.
Yeah.
And like, I be noticing when, especially for me doing my stand up.
Yeah.
Like when I be going in there talking, people be looking at me like, what are you saying? Mm-hmm. Like, what's going on? Mm-hmm. But then I watch a gay white male go after me. And yeah, he gay, but y'all still understand him too. And it's like, you don't even understand like the way I'm, like for instance, I did a stand up and I was like, girl, the Screets is talking. And then this lady in the audience, I heard her, Screets? Oh, streets. I'm like, yeah, baby, Screets. That's just how I talk. And it's just like so many different things I'm just noticing. It's just like, oh, this is going to be a little bit of bear. Even my references, I'll be like, okay, I got to make a white reference because this is what I got to do because I don't know anything y'all know. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, and I guess my thing is like, how does one just push through with that? Because to me, sometimes I'll be like, okay, let me, what's white I know? Okay. Right. Okay. So, yeah.
So the first thing that came to my mind is that you're a pioneer.
Stop it. Don't say nothing like that.
Too late.
Too late.
There's a lot of firsts in a lot of places. That's what we got history books about, right? Mm-hmm. So there you go, right? And the other thing that came to my mind was that you need to teach them to speak your language.
Yeah, I think that's
right.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Because I've seen you do stand up and I've seen your energy alone is so invigorating. It's so fun and it's so like attractive. Like people are like I remember specifically when you're at Conservatory, and I was just like
Where's
eyes
that?
wide open, mouth open. I'm just like, and I was like, no. When your time was up, I was like, no, keep us on stage. This is great. But I was surrounded by white people I heard them enjoying your set. So I don't think it's it's necessarily like, oh, I gotta make it for them. It's like, no, this is who I am. I'm bringing myself into your space, and you're gonna have to keep up, right? And if you do want to do a little quip of like, oh, the streets is talking, just so you know, the streets, ma'am. Like you can
Break
stay
that,
ahead
literally
of them
break that down
as a
for
fun
'em.
little bit, and then that's just part of what you do, right? But you don't have to come in trying to amend or trying to shape yourself for them. They came to see you. They came to see you. Teach them what you know, right?
Okay.
Make them learn your language.
Oh, I like that. Make them learn my language. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
Because you are, you know where you stand in this community. You know that you are one of few. So let them get to know you,
Okay.
right? Don't put that up as like a thing of like, oh, how do I adjust? They need to adjust.
You gotta leave soon, right?
We good.
Yeah. Okay.
I do, but you're good.
Okay,
You're fine.
okay, and we finna wrap
No,
it up
you're
right now.
fine.
No, it's fine.
No. I still have more advice.
Um,
So, but no, the other thing I wanted to say was that, the one thing I've learned being Black and Puerto Rican is that
Period.
we, and especially here, is like our knowledge, our cultural knowledge, Black folks are like, I don't even know what the right word to say is, but we know multiple languages of cultures, right? We had to know what Martin is and what Friends was when I was growing up. Seinfeld and Living Single. You know what I'm saying? We had to know one and the other. We knew Jim Carrey, and then we knew Keenan Ivory Wayans.
Period.
Right? It's just kind of like we knew what a slice of cheese on a piece of apple pie was like a thing that white people do. It's an American thing. Yes, it is. I know you looking at me crazy, but it's true. But we know what a good macaroni and cheese does not consist of.
Yeah.
And we have to learn and know everything. We got Harriet Tubman, but then we also got to learn about, I don't know, Barbara Walters. I don't know.
or what's that? Ruth Bader.
Oh, yeah,
Ginsburg.
Gator something. RGB.
RBG.
You know, the little loud lady.
Yeah, I like Ruth. Little Judge Judy, if you ask me.
So I say that to say, and then I go to a white person, I'll be like, hey, so what do you know about this show? What do you know about Good Times? Oh, is that the one with the where they all hate Chris? I'm like, girl, I will fight you right now. But you say that's the kind of stuff. But again, I say that to say we are carrying many talents. And when you go onto those stages, when you do those things, truly, please do not try to overthink your stuff. But in the sense of when you see more white folks in the audience, definitely use that as a moment to be like as a joke, to like go straight to them, be like, I'm talking about streets, just so you know how much black stuff you know, or like so I don't know. But do not adjust yourself.
Yeah, I be trying, and I think it's like, let's call a spade a spade.
Okay, I love spades.
Because we both have worked for the same place. And I feel like there you kind of have to.
I know. Yeah.
And so like I be confused a little bit.
So here's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
If I go to Second City, I need to know how to write a Second City show. I need to know how to write for a Second City audience. Right?
And who's in that audience?
Unless it's the Black Excellence show, so you can get real black, but you still got to do a Second City style.
Right.
They have a specific style. We're in their building. They're paying us their money. We have to respect that.
True.
If I go to Annoyance and they're like, be your true authentic self, do whatever you want, let's get crazy, that's what I'm gonna do. If I go to IO and they say, "Oh, okay, all black team, you gotta do the Herald because that's what we do." That's the building that you gotta. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
So that's why I also say like we learn a lot of different things because you gotta learn how to consistently shift, right? Because I could write the blackest ass sketch. I know that I know won't go through for Second City. What the things that I wanted to do did not get picked up for main stage. Fine, say less. I will bring my stuff to another theater or another space that I know I can do this, right? And again, it's not anti-black. It's not like, it's just like, I don't think this audience will get it. And there's nothing worse than putting up a very black sketch in front of a white audience and they say nothing, because it has happened to me multiple times in Torco and on main stage when I was trying things out for our show. So I say that to say, just know wherever you go.
Where you at.
Yep, just know where you at. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I
all.
like that.
And you know, it's just a matter of respect. And I'm like, okay, cool, great. This is not for y'all.
Okay.
But when I go to the Black Excellence show,
I'm
and I'm ready to
that
write
over here.
Yep, I'm just gonna adjust it to Second City style, but I'm definitely gonna deliver what I initially wanted. That's all.
Okay, yeah. I'm with that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jules, thank you so much for joining. We could talk all day, but
I mean, we can.
That baby got to go because
y'all want part 2.
Okay. Usually, I have the guest host the entire episode with me, but I know you on a time crunch, and like usually no, we don't have time because I do. So I have segments.
We're going to do a part 2. Then.
We're going to do another, like I do pop culture. I talk about what we watching.
Oh, I'm ready to come back.
Yeah, you got to come back. That's all. I just wanted to get your voice, but like you got to come back.
Okay, I will.
So, but you do get to do this one. I didn't let you know. This is going to be a little bit of a surprise. So, first of all, thank you, Julia, for joining us, baby. It's been a pleasure. Take them nuggets, y'all, for y'all that want to come into the comedy world, thinking about moving to Chicago. If you're black, all three. Come on now. All right, now we developing community here, okay? That's what I'm trying to do too. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry.
Did you say community?
Community.
Okay.
Shout out. But we're gonna move to our next segment, which I like to call Top 5, where I usually list my top 5 whatever.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Now, I'm going to let you go last because I didn't tell you about this.
Oh, you did not.
But, like, it's not going to be, it's not a lot of pressure, okay?
Okay, that's fine.
So, I always do a top 5.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, last week for the last episode of Halloween, I did top 5 final girlies. So, since you was here, I decided to do top 5 sitcom performances.
Okay.
And so I'm going to do my list. And while I do my list, you could think of something.
My list?
Yeah, you ain't even got to do it in no specific order, too. This is just my order, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. It's like just your top 5, whatever.
Sitcom performances.
Yes, and I'm finna show you. So on my list, I got number 5. I had to put him on here. I had to put him on here because he did his thing, okay? Will Smith in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I just got to say, I rewatched it. Will was acting. He was acting. He was learning how to act. Yeah. And I feel like he really paved the way for, like, you know, rappers, like, kind of, you know, jumping onto the screen and trying to do it.
Okay.
And I was like, I like that you did that. I also had to put some on here for the males because, you know, I don't like them, and all the rest of it is women on the list.
Why you don't like them?
You know, I put them on the list because I'm like, the one thing I would say that was different between Martin, Will was giving like drama.
Oh, come on now.
Martin was trying
How come he don't want me, man? Let's never forget.
Like, whereas Martin, he tried to act, but it wasn't.
Leave Martin Lawrence alone.
I love you, Gina. Damn.
Yes. Yes. All day.
So that's my number 5. Number 4 is Double. I cheated, y'all.
Okay.
But I had to do it, and you're going to understand why. Thelma Hopkins and Valerie Pettiford in Half and Half as Big DD and Phyllis. Oh my
so
God.
Funny.
Those two,
That's
the lines,
so
the wit, like the way they used to deliver them to each other, like the best parts of the show. First of all, I rewatched Half and Half, another show that we didn't get our series finale on. They never did us right. You know what I'm saying? But them two alone was the show. I didn't care about nobody else, but when them two interacted, them exchanges they had just was like, I don't know if you remember some of the reads they gave each other, but it was phenomenal.
No, I don't remember, but that's funny.
Go watch it, Jules. It was so
Okay.
good. So number 4, Thelma Hopkins and Valerie Pettiford. Number 3, I got to give it to the Erica Alexander as Maxine Shaw.
Yes, come on now.
Because
Yes.
Maxine wasn't your regular bitch.
Right?
Maxine was what I deem a baddie. These, like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like,
Yes.
because she used the men. Like, I like how, like, getting the man to her was not like, oh, man. She'd be like, I'm just trying to get a little dick. And I'm trying to go to work tomorrow. What's the tea?
Okay.
Like, you know, and Maxine was all about, like, don't let these men run over you, girl. Like, and, like, I think we also just didn't see a lot of characters like Maxine.
Yes.
Who was, like, really, like, dedicated, driven, smart, and was not afraid to crush a man right in his tracks.
Okay.
We wasn't getting a lot of that. And Maxine was, and also just the look of Maxine in general, the braids.
Yeah.
Like, we wasn't getting that. Like, who else was wearing that?
She was so cute.
You know, and like made show. I think it was also important to see like locks in the professional setting.
Yes.
And she styled them so cute.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Erica Alexander. Number 2, I'm sorry, one of my personal favorites.
Oh no.
Jill Marie Jones as Tony in Girlfriends.
Okay.
I want to play a Tony-like character. And like so bad. I
And
love
wear the suits. Oh wait, no. Tony is the bougie one. Yes, Miss Bouge.
Yeah, so I always say I want to play like a bougie character like Tony or like I think of what's her name from Pose? Electra from Pose. I love bitches.
Okay.
I love bitches. Like a mean bitch. I do, and I want to play the mean bitch so bad. Like I do. Cause I always feel like them characters always have like phenomenal arcs.
Okay.
Like cause you learn why they be bitches. And you always learn that that bitch is coming from a place of being protective.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
Okay.
And number 1, okay?
Okay, I'm here.
Now, Jules, okay, this is not only my favorite TV character ever, but this is also my favorite TV show ever. I have it sitting over here on this shelf on this DVD.
Okay.
I have seen I've seen every episode. I can write the script. My number 1 sitcom performance from a performer is none other than the Countess Vaughn from The Parkers.
I'm gonna tell you why that's funny in just a moment.
I tell people all the time. So my holy trinity of comedy, what is? I think every comedian has your 3 that are your your comedic makeup. My 3 at the top is Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
That's why I do what I do. On the other side is Martin, and on my other side, shocking to people's like belief, is Monique.
Okay.
I love Monique.
That's not shocking.
When I say that, a lot of people be like, really? And I'll be like, Monique is a phenomenal comedian.
She's very funny.
She's very funny and like a great actress too.
Yeah.
So like, I think people be like, ugh, really? I'm like, no, you need to go back and watch.
Yeah.
I think you just clouded by the fuckery that is Monique.
Yes, of course. Miss
But
Anita.
Countess Vaughn, I've never seen someone with such great comedic timing. Countess, if you notice, that's how the way she delivers lines is like, I like almost studied it in a way.
Okay.
There's some of her performance in my performance, a little bit of that like going with the flow and just being okay, like yeah, like that is where like that's you can see that in my performance, like even in like the main stage I'm understudying now for the last stage, for the last scene, when he be coming to talk to me, I'll be like okay. Like, and people be like, that's so funny. I'm like, that's just Countess. Like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. But yes, Kim Parker is the funniest character I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
The things she used to say, and I know people be like, it's not just the writing, it's the delivery. Like,
Yeah.
or like,
that's fair.
Stevie would ask her like, hey, Kim, you want to come get some fish? What else we about? No, she was like, we're going to get some sushi. And Kim was like, no, thank you, boo. And besides, I'm in the mood for fish. Like, and like, you see what I'm saying? It's like, Kim taught me that when a character's like that, you're not playing dumb. You are living in your own world where what you are saying is affirmed.
Yeah.
Cole is not dumb. He is living in his own world.
I love Cole.
To where what he is saying, random spoons make sense.
Gosh, I want a shirt that says Random Spoons so bad. I want like a hoodie that has like the Martin, like the font with the colors.
Yes, and it says random spoons.
That's all I want.
For real.
If it's out there, please let me know so I can buy it.
One of my favorite Parker's lines was when Monique got attacked by Professor's girlfriend's dogs, and it was like little chihuahuas, and she came in all distraught. And Kim was like, and Monique was like, yeah, and they started biting my ankles, and Kim was like, oh, mama, good thing you got thick ankles, though. Like,
the shade.
Like, oh, the Parkers is phenomenal to me.
So
like,
funny.
That's it. So that's my top 5. So that's my top 5. So what you come up with?
Well, here's what's funny is while you were doing that, I was like writing my list, and I, in no particular order, I have Countess Vaughn. I literally wrote her down. That was the first one I wrote.
Oh.
Because, and I wrote it not for the Parkers, because of Moesha.
And yes.
And I was like, Countess Vaughn is truly one of the funniest. And just like her little squeaky voice, her comedic timing is on point. And she's like, I feel like that she's like that in real life. Like, she was never acting, which is why she blended straight from Moesha to the Parkers and just went on with that lead character. And she could sing.
Yes.
That girl can
Not no
sing.
More, though.
Huh?
Not no more.
Why? What happened?
That voice gone.
Oh, is it gone? Well, she could sing.
It's some. Well, I don't know if it's like her thyroid or something like that. Like,
okay, it's like a health issue.
Yeah,
okay.
Unfortunately, because she tried to sing again. It was like, ooh.
You're like, oops. Yeah. Let it go, sis.
Yeah.
But you know what?
You are the GOAT. Okay.
She's very funny. And the next person which I have in no particular order is Martin Lawrence.
Yes.
That is who I grew up watching. Again, as far as actor, no, he's not a great actor, but he's a great comedian.
He is.
And come on, Dragonfly Jones is always number one for me.
Yeah.
Him playing old Otis and Jerome and King Beef.
The Shanae of it all.
Shanae, his Mama Payne. I can go through the whole thing. I've watched Martin non-stop. It is so funny.
I would never not get I done seen every episode. I don't know how many times. And
I could just have it on and just and I could say it word for word.
Yes.
And that is an testament. I love that show. I love him. Love it. And I think it's one of the, can I tell you a quick story? When I was in high school, not dating myself, but when I was in high school, I had gotten my appendix taken out. Ooh. And so they cut through the muscle in your stomach. And so I was at home and I was like, yeah, I get to be at home and recovering and I'll have to go to school. Well, they had the Best of Martin had premiered, which is all the top funny parts of Martin.
And I remember that episode.
Yep, that Gina hosts.
And she hosted it. Yeah.
And I couldn't laugh because if I laughed, it hurt my where my stitches were. So I had the weirdest laugh because I was trying not to laugh I was trying to laugh but not laugh, if that makes sense. And so all my laughs were like, I had to quietly push out a laugh without, I didn't realize how much we use our stomach muscles to laugh. So just so y'all know, go see comedy shows because it will give you abs.
For real.
But yeah, anyway, my next one, I'm cheating too. I got a double here, but hands down, Jasmine Guy from A Different World. My goodness.
Yeah.
That woman was so funny.
Yeah.
Come on. Jasmine Guy,
And I went back and watched Different World finally to watch it all the way through.
Whitley Gilbert she excelled after season 3. Mm-hmm. Season 1 was like, okay, she's just a bougie girl. Season 2 is like, oh, okay, she's more than a bougie girl. Season 3 beyond is she is phenomenally physical comedy, comedic timing. She's beautiful, and I love that she's gorgeous, and then she's still so funny and can play ugly.
Yes.
Which I love. And then I'm adding Kadeem Hardison to that because when they were together, when it's Dwayne and Whitley doing stupid stuff, that was so funny.
Yep.
Oh, they're such a dynamic duo.
They was. After
Yeah.
watching that, I was like, I get why everybody liked this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
I get it.
love that show. And there's so many really funny people on that show. But Jasmine Guy was always just so funny to me.
That voice is iconic.
Yes.
That's iconic.
I never forget when Dwayne went to go visit like the house of one of his like students who was like in a gang or something, and she's there, and he's like, "Baby, just give me like 5 minutes," and she's like, "5 minutes, Dwayne." When he's taking too long, she's like, 5 minutes, Dwayne. Her little twang, all of it is beautiful. It's amazing. I love that she is doing well now. And then my next one is Janae Dubois from Good Times.
So that's another one I need to go back and watch all the way through.
She played Walona.
Yeah.
Walona from Good Times. And I swear, I love that woman.
I love when her and Booger used to interact with each other.
She could play when it was those episodes that, you know, where she was protecting Penny.
Ooh, yeah, them was my
when
favorites.
she was not having it, I said, now that she came to act, y'all.
Sorry, it's just now when me and my friends get mad at each other, we'd be like, "Where you been, Penny?"
Stop. Yeah, y'all went all full Medea on us. No, she's so funny, her comedic timing and how she liked when she would do the what they call the dirty dozens, but we call it just roasting. Like she would go back and forth and do that with people, or she would snap and clap back. I was like, dang.
Yeah.
She's fun.
And she's
also just gorgeous. I love to see what wig she was gonna come in with every time she had a new wig.
She always make me go back and watch Good
You need
Times.
to rewatch it because she always had a new wig.
Because you know I love rewatching sitcoms.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to also watch because you know certain sitcoms I wasn't there to fully comprehend because I was like
absolutely
little.
Same.
That's on the list, and 227.
Yes. Yes. You know what? That's actually one I need to go back and watch because and then finally, last but not least, Jaleel White.
And I realized when I saw your list, I was like, how did I forget that? Because
there's so many that are forgotten. You said top 5, and there's like 1,000.
Yeah,
right?
it really is.
So Jaleel White, I mean,
Urkel is
physical comedy, comedic timing. You know, he always affected the world around him in such a great way, whether they were annoyed by him or they were protecting him.
Also,
or
acting.
They were, yes.
Like his
especially
moments
like when he was really sad or something, I'd be like, y'all are so mean to Steve.
I rewatched this series too because I'm like I had to see what was going on, like and how it ended, and I was like, now I know he fucked up, but you didn't have to do that, baby, like that.
And they would always feel bad about it, and like, but then when he became Stefan or Kel, you know, and I was like,
funny.
Oh, that was so funny.
That was funny.
But you know, he was a pest, but he was also like he had a lot of heart.
Yeah.
And I really appreciated like Jaleel White's take on that, and it was fun to see him, Jaleel, the actor, do stuff outside of Steve Urkel at some point when he grew, you know, he got older. I was like, thank goodness, because that's all I see, and I want to see you do other stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my top 5.
No, those are good top 5. I feel like
you had good top 5 too. We all had good. I mean,
I feel like we in that same world where like we know the tea. You know
yeah,
what
we
I'm saying?
do.
Like
we
that.
do.
Okay.
We do.
Well, once again, thank you again, Jules, for coming. This was so special. Tell the people where they can find you, and also, you got anything coming up? You want to
Do
talk
I have
about?
anything coming up? I don't have anything particular coming up. Oh, I'm lying. I'm directing. I said that so fast. I am directing the next Black Excellence show at Second City. We will be on Thursdays and Fridays starting in the first weekend of February. So Thursdays and Fridays at 8
coming up soon.
at the Up Comedy Club. Yeah, so get your tickets, get your seats, because it's going to be a party. It's going to be great. If you're looking to follow my journey and what the heck I got going on, or follow my IG stories, because I do put up some dumb stuff.
No, she don't. It's all very great.
I do try to put up some like inspirational stuff, but also me being dumb. And you can go to Call Me Jules at Instagram. So that's JULES. But yeah, that's what I got going on.
Well, once again, thank you so much for coming. We definitely gonna have you back because I want you back because I want to talk about pop culture and stuff with you too. Because I feel
Absolutely.
like you really gonna
Let's go.
enjoy that.
Let's go.
But yes, thank you once again for tuning into The Rewind. As you know, you can find me on Instagram, The Rewind Podcast, Twitter, The Rewind. We on the Talk now too. Okay, it's The Rewind. Okay, I'm still figuring out how to use it. Okay, and then you know, you can always follow me, your favorite comedian, the Ball Daddy, on all the platforms, Pt.130. And yes, thank you so much for tuning into The Rewind. Bye.